So today we're looking at something for the car that I think every one of us should have, and it doesn't really matter if you're mechanically inclined or not. It's just something good to have with you in your vehicle so that when you have to take it into the shop, you kind of have an idea of what's going on so that you don't get screwed over, if you know what I mean. What? Mechanics screwing you over? What? Sometimes. Let's take a look at this. So I actually have something similar to this in one of our cars, and it's in there all the time, and it just is constantly running a diagnostics, but it's like a smart version of this, so it's a little bit more expensive, but I do like it. This one though, you plug it in kind of when you need it, which is probably better for most of us, so that you don't just have this thing there all the time, but carry it in the car so that if you get one of these lights come up on your dash, or you get one of these codes or something shows up, you're like, what does that mean? And of course, you and I, the only option we have is to go to a mechanic, and sometimes we go to a mechanic that is new or we have never dealt with before, or do we trust them, or a lot of ors. So being able to plug something like this in and get an idea if what they're saying is right, and be able to go in and be like, so I think this is the problem, and already have a leg up where they think, oh, this person may actually know some stuff about cars, and maybe you don't. I don't know a lot about them. I know how to drive them, and that's about it. This is the launch OBD2 CR319 code reader. Automotive engine light check, O2 sensor, evap test with DTC lookup, CAN diagnostic, scan tool with full OBD2 functions for DIYers. That's a long title, But here's the bonus. Now this is in Canadian, so you folks somewhere else probably cheaper. Regularly 40 bucks. Now at that price I think this is a steal, but honestly now you get 9 bucks, so this is like $30 to put in your car. These are really great because a lot of us get these little error messages or codes on our car and we have no idea, so we just have to take it in. So this is it here. First thing you will see, 256 ratings, so that's great. I'm adding to it, but 4.5 stars. So when you look at this, does the job, portable handy tool, works worth the dollars, worked on a 210 Corolla. That's pretty specific, but sure, easy to use, right? Great product, good quality. And really these are designed just to be handy, just to give you a leg up. Now the other thing that's kind of cool with these is that, and I'll give you for instance, my car right now has a little exclamation mark that came up, and I was like, oh no, what's wrong? So I searched all over the internet trying to figure out what it could be, and it was like, oh, it could be lights, it could be a bunch of little tiny things, and I ended up, it was none of those. So I kept looking and kept looking, and it was literally something that came up that says, it's time for you to change your oil. And I'm like, cool, but maybe I don't want that on there anymore. So having a device like this, a lot of these can actually clear codes. Just be like, yeah, no, we good. We good. We don't need, we've done it. No worries. Get that message away. So that's kind of handy too, or else you're like taking it to a mechanic just to get them to clear the code and they charge you for that. No sir, nope. Anyways, here it is. Voila, voila. It's nothing overly fancy, right? This is it. C reader, OBD2 scanner, 319. I don't know what else to tell you. The real question is, does it work? Here it is. Full OBD2. There's the big one, right? Read and erase Dtc'S. I like that. Live data stream. And a bunch of stuff for you and I probably that aren't mechanics. We're like, what does that mean? Here's what it means. If something comes up, it's good to know what it is. Take it to your mechanic. Get him to fix it. But don't get him to fix stuff that's not necessary. And if you are a mechanic, this will kind of point you in the right direction. So maybe you are car handy, right? Car handy. I'm getting there. Gives you a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna put a link down below if you guys are interested in getting more information. You can come here and read all about this stuff, because I'm telling you what this website says. That's all I'm telling you. You can do that. I have faith in you guys. It does have some comparisons with some other ones. You know, look at these prices. Sale and $30 right now. $194, $535, $1,020. Really? That seems crazy to me. Now, maybe they do other stuff, but for you and I that aren't, again, mechanics, what do I need from that? I don't even really think I need to open this. You know, there it is. Features, works on most 1996 and newer. Be aware if you have something older, right? Mode 1 to mode 10, I don't know what that means. Read and clears Dtc'S. view live data, retrieve freeze frame data, enhance mode, check IM readiness. There's a bunch of stuff here. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go out to the car and we're gonna first plug it in, and I'm gonna see, because I still have that exclamation warning error that's coming up. I'm gonna see if I can clear it with this. I'm gonna see if it finds it first, because my other one doesn't find it, because it only looks for big faults. And it keeps coming back and says, your car's fine. This isn't an error in my car. It's really just a, hey, you need to go get your oil done. So I wonder if this will allow me to clear it. We'll find out. Okay, let's go outside. All right, my friends, so we're going outside now. Trying to unlock the door. And we're gonna move the car up to the front so that we can try this scanner. See if I can get that code to go away. Alright guys, so for me, my scanner port is actually quite easy to find. So I'm just going to bring the camera down here so you guys can see it. And I'm going to remove the one that I have in there previously, or now, currently, and put this one in. So I just want to replace the camera. Hold on. Alright guys, so on the Fiat, it's actually just right down here, which is nice. So I'm just going to pull this one out, which is cool. And then we're going to take this guy and we simply just plug this in. Now on your car, it may not be necessarily this convenient. I don't know. But simply take that slides in. And we're going to turn this just here. Just give it some power. You'll see this thing fire up now, which is good, because that's what it should be doing. So there's a diagnose, DTC lookup, and tool setup. So I'm gonna bring the camera a little closer. We can do this up close and personal. Hold on. All right, so hopefully you guys can see this. Number one is diagnosis. So we're gonna check this. Ready? Okay. Processing. So readiness okay, readiness there, readiness in NA. I don't even know what some of these are. Read codes, O2 sensor tests. What do we have? Processing. No fault code, so that's good. There's the one I was looking for, erase code. So before I do that, we're just gonna come up here and I wanna show you something. So I don't know if you guys can see that one. It's this guy right up top here. And if I turn my car on, just turn it on real quick here. You'll see this one up here doesn't go away. Never goes away. So we're gonna bring up this here. Hopefully you guys can see that. We're gonna go erase codes. Clear, reset emissions, related diagnostics information. Sure. Please turn ignition on with ignition off. Press enter key to continue. Alright, so I gotta do that. Alright, so ignition on the car is off. Keys even out. Press enter key to continue. Okay. Okay, well I hit the OK a bunch of times. We'll see that it did. Start recording. Alright, so what's also really cool in here, and I haven't got it to get rid of that message, and again, it may be because it's not actually an error code. It's just a message saying to change my oil. I don't know if it can be necessarily cleared, and that may be something for the Fiat that has to be done internally. Anyway, you can come in here and look at your VIN number. So if I hit OK, you know, there's my VIN number. You can look at your CID, CVN. You can even go, which is kind of cool, if you come back here, to do things like O2 sensors. So if you click on that, you'll have a bank 1 and a bank sensor 1, sensor 2. Now my sensor 1, it just says it's not supported, but my sensor 2, if I hit OK, you actually see I can do minimum sensor voltage or maximum sensor voltage. So if I'll just do the minimum right now, it'll come up and status is a pass, so that's good. Or I can do a maximum just to see, and I got a pass, which is excellent. It's really a great way to be able to just check, you know,
little tiny things about your car. And even if things come up that you're not even fully sure of, right? Look at these, and this is live, data streams, fuel system, all kinds of information that I'm not even really sure about. But really the big one for me was codes, you know, because I need to be able to tell if there's a code that comes up, what that code has no fault codes. That's good, because if it did have a fault code, there's a problem. And that's probably why it doesn't see anything that it can physically erase, right? Erase codes, there isn't any there.
Alright guys, so do I think this is something that each and every one of us should have in our cars? And the simple answer is, yeah, probably. You know, for those of us that are going to get error codes, which is really every one of us, and don't mind spending that extra bit of time to try to figure out what those are, so that when we go into a shop, a mechanic, whatever, we have that little bit of extra information. This can be a huge win for us. Being able to go into a mechanic and say, this is the problem because the error code came up that said X, puts us in an advantage. And for right now about 30 bucks Canadian, why would you not want that? You know, doesn't mean you need to know how to fix it. It just means you need to know what the code means so that we can explain that. Right? I think? Yeah? I'm gonna leave you guys there. Link down below if you're looking at getting one. And like, comment, share, and subscribe. Because there's always more stuff coming. Yep, more stuff. Alright, my friends. Later.